She doesn't control you with words. She controls you with emotion, with the energy you can't see but always feel. It's not about beauty, not about status. It's about emotional gravity. The kind that pulls your attention, steals your focus, and makes you wonder why you can't stop thinking about her. What if I told you that this invisible pull isn't random? It's designed by nature and shaped by psychology. Because desire isn't just about love. It's about understanding emotional need, the hidden force that silently decides who holds power in a relationship. Every person on this planet seeks one thing before all others: emotional safety. When someone can create that feeling, they gain influence. That's why people often chase the one who makes them feel seen, not the one who looks perfect. Women, by psychology, tend to communicate through emotion more than logic. They feel first, think later. It's their greatest strength, emotional awareness that senses truth without proof. When a woman wants something deeply, she doesn't need to demand it, she creates it emotionally. Through tone, silence, empathy, and timing, she can shift a man's state without a single argument. But here's the deeper truth: it's not manipulation, it's communication in its purest form. Every human being influences others emotionally, but few understand they're doing it. The cycle of desire, emotional desire, begins when two needs collide: the need to feel wanted and the need to feel understood. When a man feels desired, his ego expands. When a woman feels understood, her trust deepens. And in that moment, both become vulnerable, because now emotion decides what logic can't. That's why people fall for those who listen, who notice, who give emotional attention when the world gives none. The one who can read silence often holds the real power. Stop for a moment and think about this. Have you ever felt drawn to someone not because of looks, but because their presence made you feel something you couldn't explain? That's emotional desire in action, right? I felt it in the comments if you've ever been in that kind of silent connection. Because once you've felt it, you'll never forget how powerful it is. The hidden influence in psychology: influence happens when emotion overrides reason. And emotion always wins first. That's why advertising, politics, even relationships, they don't move you with facts. They move you with feeling. A woman who understands emotion doesn't fight for control, she creates it naturally. She knows when to comfort, when to distance, when to speak softly, and when to stay silent. It's rhythm, emotional rhythm, and once you see it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. But here's the warning: when you don't understand emotion, you become controlled by it. When you do, you master it. That's the difference between reacting and responding. The mirror of desire: what attracts us most in others is what we secretly crave in ourselves. A man drawn to confidence often lacks it. A woman drawn to mystery often wants freedom. Desire is a mirror, it reflects our unmet needs. And when you start understanding emotional patterns, you stop falling for appearances. You stop chasing what looks good and start recognizing what feels real. True awareness is not about controlling others. It's about no longer being controlled by what you don't understand. Before you go, remember this: you can't control who you meet, but you can control what energy you bring. When you understand emotion, truly understand it, you stop being lost in other people's storms. You become the calm that others are drawn to. So here's my question for you: have you ever met someone who changed the way you see emotion? Someone who made you think deeper about connection and power? Tell me in the comments. I want to read your story. If this message hit something inside you, if it made you feel, then don't just scroll away. Tap subscribe, share this with someone who needs to hear it. And remember, those who understand emotion understand everything.